So for this project, you're going to need 5 of these signs that I got at the dollar store. And I did place 2 on top of each other and drilled a hole through them. You're also going to need the rope, and the purpose of the hole is to feed the rope through, and that is how it will hang up. And you can use acrylic paint if you like, but I went and purchased a color sample paint from Home Depot, and the color is Lindenhurst Timber. I did try using acrylic paint, but it kept bleeding through the red, so you'll have to put several layers of acrylic paint if you use acrylic, because it will bleed through the red. And you're going to need a paintbrush. I did start painting one. So I'm going to be using gloves so I don't get paint all over my hands. And again, this is the color I'm going to be using. It's called Lindenhurst, and it's by Bellspar. And then you're just going to dip your brush in and start painting. This you'll need probably about only 2 coats if you use a house paint interior, or you can use exterior paint. And you can see after adding my second coat, the red is no longer bleeding through, and you can't see the words that were on top of the sign. Now you're going to do this on all 5 of the signs. Again, I would drill my hole beforehand, and to make sure it's even, you're going to lay them face down, the actual wording on top of each other, and drill your hole through that way so it'll be even. So when you hang it up, it's going to hang like this. No, it's going to hang like, see, like this, and then they'll join together, and you'll do the rest. So once your sections are completely dry, then you're going to take some wood glue. So you're going to layer them. It's going to be like this, sort of a ladder look. So this is sort of what the finished project is going to look like. Then you're going to feed your strings through the hole, and that is how it'll hang on the wall. Now, this one, since it has holes and I didn't feel like filling it in, that one is going to be going downward, and the other ones, they'll be upward, because that's where items will be sitting on the shelf. Or I guess I could do this one that way too. So let's get started gluing on the pieces. So you're going to want to use some wood glue and put it here on the side. Put some on both sides. And then find your spot. Now I didn't want to bring it all the way to the bottom because I wanted to, let's see, I think I'll bring this piece all the way to the bottom. And I'm just going to wipe off that little glue that I had right here. And if I need to, I can always go back in and touch that up. So that's going to go there. And then I'm going to add my second piece here. Getting it all over the kitchen counter here. So then you're going to add your next piece in. You want to make sure that it's going to be even, otherwise you're going to have a wobbly shelf. Or a crooked shelf. So I'm going to take this tape measure here and measure from the top to make sure it's even on both sides. About right there. Oh, let's see. I want to make sure that's 8. And this side is 8 as well. And then my top piece. This wood glue, this Gorilla wood glue, it doesn't take a lot to bond. So now this one, let me sit that right there. I want that one to be at 4. So that's at 4. And that one's also at 4. So if you notice, I made this gap bigger so I can hang larger items here and this one smaller. But if you want, you can just make them even all over. I just wanted one larger gap, one smaller gap for items. So you're going to let that dry, and then once that dries, I'll come back and I'll add the string that's actually going to support the shelf on the wall. Once your stand has completely dried, then you're going to take your twine and feed it through. I took and put some glue on, some hot glue on the tip so I can make it a point, and then you're going to feed it through like this. And then I took and tied it in a knot. Pull that knot tight. I'm going to cut this piece that's hanging off. Well, I'll have to find my scissors to cut this piece right here that's hanging. And I can't find my scissors. I'll get that off in a little bit. But you're going to pull that through, and then you're going to come to the other side. Feed that through. It's kind of hard to feed it through if you don't have a good enough point to go through the hole. Let's see, maybe it'll go through better this way. Now, once your stand is completely dried with paint, I took some twine and I fed it through each hole on each side, and then I made a knot here to hold it, and a knot on this side, and this is how it will actually hang on the wall. As you notice, I did make the lower shelf a little higher up in height than I did the middle shelf, and then this one's a little taller. So this is the finished look of the 3-tiered shelf that I done, and I think it looks absolutely adorable. Now, it does have these little holes here from where they would mount on the wall, but once I put my decorations on there, you won't even be able to see those holes. But if you like, you can also fill those in with wood glue and put another coat of paint over it. But this is the final look, and I'm gonna hang the shelf up and show you what it looks like.